Hi, my name is Aliah Selah, and I'm a joy whisperer. That means that I get images of what makes people happy and do my best to lead them in that direction. I also am a psychic and an astrologer and a relationship coach, and I do my best to help people lead their joy towards divine relationships. So, I want to tell you a story about a friend of mine who became a client. Her name is Sarah, or we're going to call her Sarah. And she had several sisters as well growing up. And she, at one point, let me know that she had real problems with her relationships, that she would be interested in guys or they would be interested in her. But then, as soon as it got to a certain point, she would back off and break off the relationship. And it happened so many times that when she finally met a guy that she really liked, she was a little concerned that she would do the same thing. And that's when she met me. We were in a cafe and we just started talking. And pretty soon I told her that I was an astrologer and she wanted to do a reading. So I did a reading for her and I looked at her chart and I saw that something had really happened when she was 7 years old that was big. And I told her that that's what I saw in the chart, timing wise. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's when my parents got divorced. And then she realized how much it had affected her. And she realized that she had changed the way she looked at relationships, the way she looked at what negative parts of breaking up would do to a woman who had to start completely over, as her mother had to. So she had made a decision that she was never going to be in that helpless place where her mother was. And when I started talking to her about it, I was very certain that she was beginning to see that this was a pattern. So I asked her, is there anybody that she has any interest with at this time? And she says, well, there's this guy, his name is Elijah, and we used to always go out for burritos. We love burritos, and we'd go on the weekend sometimes. And then for my birthday, he bought me a birthday burrito, and I just thought that was so thoughtful and kind and meaningful. So I love talking to him. We talk about all kinds of things, and we always, have more things to talk about. It's like we never run out of things to say and share with each other, and we keep making plans. And I am totally terrified. She told me she was terrified that she was going to mess it up and end the relationship like she always had. So we looked at her chart again. It was a 7-year-old divorce thing. And we decided that what we were going to do was do the charts of her mother and father and see how that affected her, to see that their growth and how that divorce, although it was a horrible thing to happen, where did they end up? Well, her mother's now an independent woman and she's doing very well. And she's met a new guy and she's really happy. So, what I had to help her to see is that sometimes when things happen at the time, we think it's horrible and it's a bad thing for those involved. And yet, down the line, we find that that person has found a better life, a better mate, just a whole better situation. So there's purpose in everything that happens. What I had to kind of unravel in her is that she had a unconscious feeling that she would mess up her relationships because she had broken off relationships before they budded into something meaningful. But then again, I had to help her see that it really was not the right person for her until Elijah came along. And Elijah was different. Elijah was somebody who really cared about her. And even though she kind of did break things off at one point, she also noticed that he didn't get mad at her about it. He didn't hold it against her. He understood that she had stuff to work out. And then at her birthday, bought her another birthday burrito. And that's when they started seeing each other again and seeing that it wasn't that it was bad that she kept breaking it off with other guys, because in truth, she was waiting for Elijah. Well, now I've been talking to her about her sisters, and they're coming for charts. They want to see what's in their charts so that they can understand how maybe they made that choice too when their parents divorced. And then also, her and Elijah started talking about marriage. So now I'm helping them with their wedding date. So there's all kinds of things that astrology can help us with. It's not going to tell you your fortune. It's not going to tell you what's going to happen to you because you have free will. But it will tell you things that you've come here to learn and teach each other. And when I was able to do her and Elijah's chart, I saw that Sarah and Elijah had some wonderful compatible things, but they also had some things to kind of look out for. And that's what astrology does. It doesn't tell you you're supposed to be with someone or not. You know that. That's your intuition. But it does tell you once you choose to be with somebody, what you might have things that come up, things to teach each other, to learn from each other, things that are harder things to deal with, and whatnot. It can be very helpful to understand those kinds of complex things that happen in relationships so that you bring out the best in each other. And that's what I do for my clients. I show them how they can bring out the best in each other and how that spills over to every aspect of your life. Because when you're in love and you see that love is feeding your heart, it just spills over to every aspect of your life. And everybody in your life is touched by that love that you share. So I think that was a wonderful story about Sarah and Elijah, and I look forward to hearing your story. Let me know how I can help you to find that divine partner, or if you found somebody that you think may be the divine partner, to help you to make the most of that relationship so that it has a lasting effect for both of you that is absolutely joyful. Well, have a good one. This is Aliah Selah, your joy whisperer. Peace.